Good morning, guys. I just thought I would start today's vlog off with the day before the anniversary. So I was scheduled to work the anniversary, but unfortunately they wanted me to come in later, which I didn't want to. One, I didn't want to work later than my typical schedule anyway, and two, they wanted me to work after all of the festivities were more or less over, all the special events. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna have to go in and work on that day, especially if I'm gonna have to work a shift that I don't want to work, then I would have rathered come in when the special events are opening. And God bless, there is one manager that I think is just like, I picture him holding me and kind of like patting me on the head, like taking care of me, who's kind of taking me under his wing, which is what I've needed, really. And he tried to move my schedule forward. Unfortunately, they didn't need me, and it was really sad. So what I ended up doing is I gave it away. I am still getting paid for those hours using vacation time, but I'm going to go in as a guest. I'm going to go in early, and I know where the motorcade is going to be. I know where all the special things are going to be because all of my department is going to be working it. But what I wanted to say though is, with all of the special media stuff going on, because today actually there's going to be a media event as well. Today's the 30th, the day before. And last week up to today, up to this week, has been really stressful because the president, Phil Holmes, the attractions, which is my department, president basically, Kenny, and then our area specifically attractions, KJ, and then a small handful of our individual leaders that run our individual attractions. I've been walking around the park consistently, and they all don't always, well, one, they never do it all together in one group. You want to talk about an intimidating group, but two, they don't always all walk all through the park. I mean, our managers, and even Kenny will sometimes walk through the park, but you'll rarely ever see Phil Holmes walking around, and typically if he is, he's got Starbucks in his hand. But it's been one of the most intimidating, and PAC, I will tell you again, also, working PAC Parade has been so good for me, because there are moments where it's stressful, but the moments that it's stressful are very, very compact into like a couple of minutes, and then I have 30 minutes to walk off my energy, where I can walk around, where I can go talk to guests, where I can just kind of get my mind off whatever I'm stressed about. And that's the best thing for me, is just kind of be off, not alone, because there's still guests around, but kind of like be off on my own, walking out my anxieties, and it's been great for me. So I wanted to just throw that out there. PAC has been wonderful for me. But with them walking around, I feel like I'm walking on pins and needles, and it is a bit like we're walking on basically shattered glass, waiting to crack something and break something. And there were moments where we weren't at 100% because we were either recovering from something or gathered together, or we were understaffed or something, and they got on us about not being perfect. And it was really discouraging, but luckily we have awesome coordinators that stepped in and fought for us and explained and had said, this is what my cast were doing. My cast are doing a great job, and they've been very encouraging. And so I just want to throw that out there, that what I'm doing right now, working PAC, is awesome. I do like working Frozen. I do enjoy the show, but there's just more stress involved over there for me. And there's a lot of other reasons that if you've been following my vlogs, you know already. But anyway, I just wanted to say that little update. I probably won't be vlogging. I was gonna vlog this rest of the vlog for tomorrow, but I guess I'll save that for tomorrow. But I do want to say that mornings have been great. I still have not heard from Bippity Boppity Boutique as of today, the 30th. But my status hasn't changed on my transfer, so I'm going to give it one more week. And if I don't hear anything, then I'm going to call them and be like, hey, how's that going? Because it could be that they just haven't updated it on my transfer genie, and I didn't get it. So we will see. Anyway, I have to go to work. I'll see you guys later. So I meant to vlog earlier today when I came home to kind of continue today's video. First, I wanted to talk about how this morning, or today was media day, and for like all of the newspapers and everything, which is really kind of cool and interesting to see everyone come around, and like all the different news channels and blogs and magazines and so on and so forth. But this morning, the reason why I came in so early with my two other cast friends was because they had us creating ropes and reorganizing stanchions, which are the poles, all morning, like for a good hour straight. That's all we did was retie ropes, move stanchions here from there. And you may think that that's not that big of a deal, but these are the ones that have the heavy bases, and we had to like push them like on a dolly one by one, large lengths, far lengths at a time, consistently in the heat, because although it was a very beautiful day today, there was no clouds in the sky this morning and there was no wind. It was very humid, so it was a very icky day. Like, I even kind of joked around with Jared how, like, even though I didn't get to work out this morning, I felt like my work, like I got in most of my steps, like at least half of my step goal was in like the first hour and a half of my shift. So this morning was very stressful, but it was one of those things where I was like, well, I'm glad I'm not working tomorrow, because this way I feel like I kind of partook in some of the special activities and events that are going on without actually going to like the day of. Also, supposedly there's going to be some sort of announcement tomorrow, and there's like a rumor that some of the cast may not like it, but we don't know what it is, so that'll be something that I will vlog about tomorrow. But on top of that, I wanted to vlog about this. This afternoon has been kind of like a whirlwind of emotions, because I came home and I was playing Sims and my phone rang and I thought it was Jared calling, because Jared often calls like right after he goes off of work, and he knows that I'm off just to talk. And so I immediately answered the phone, and then I realized it wasn't him because I glanced at the number and I thought it was like a telemarketer, but then I realized that it had a Florida number, and I was like, oh, maybe it's casting calling about the Bippity Boppity Boutique, and I got really excited, and they're like, hello, is this Danny? And I was like, yes, this is me, Danny. And then he's like, hi, this is so-and-so from Saratoga Springs. Basically, he was calling to set up an interview for children's activities at Saratoga Springs, which is actually one of the places that I really, really want. I mean, like, I really wanted all of the places that I set up for, but I really wanted Saratoga Springs. It's literally the closest, like, distance-wise, like, from home, and so, like, that's really, really exciting for me. That, and it's right next to Disney Springs, so I can always walk over there. I can go for runs around Disney Springs in the morning. Like, literally, like, the opportunities for what I can do in that area are so big. That and Saratoga Springs is one of the places that my in-laws stay often, so that's also really cool. Anyway, so we set up an interview. He wanted to set one up ASAP, implying like they wanted to hire someone as soon as possible, and I was really excited about that. So my interview is actually this Sunday the 8th, no, it's like the 5th, no, yeah, it's the 5th, I believe it's the 5th, yeah, the 5th of May. Anywho, so I set that up, and I was really excited, really proud of myself. So an hour or so later passed, and I was like, I wonder if I've heard, because I've been checking my email a lot lately for the boutique, and I said, I wonder if I've heard back from the boutique. Let me check, because like if I get an email, that most likely means no, but that doesn't mean that it can't be a next steps email as well, because typically they call, I believe, to let you know. Anyway, so I checked it, and it said there's been a change on the transfers, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, because they didn't do that when mind you, this is setting up for a secondary interview, because I already had my phone interview for children's activities in general. So basically, like, it would be my same interview for the boutique, kind of, in a sense. So, I went to go look at my transfers, to see, and all of my transfers had changed. Long story short, when you accept a new offer, it kind of wipes the list clean for all of your other transfers that you put in, so you have to redo it, basically. And for whatever reason, instead of it saying secondary interview pending for children's activities, which is what the boutique changed, it went from active waitlist to pending, because like I may be getting it. So instead of it going to that list, it changed to congratulations, you have been accepted, and then it said under qualifications, it said secondary interview, and then it said transfer date coming soon, or check back soon, or something. So I instantaneously freaked out, because in my mind that meant that my request, well, I guess on computer paper it said that my request for the boutique has been expired, which means in my mind that means I'm no longer in consideration. But it also can mean that they do want me for children's activities. They just want to kind of see me face to face, tell me what it's going to be like, da 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 da, you know, but I'm still going to most likely end up getting the job for children's activities. Because these are children's activities, and the boutique are completely different from like a regular transfer if I just changed locations. It's all very confusing. And so because I wasn't sure, I called the casting hotline. That's like the company, or the department that deals with all these transfer stuff. And when I explained to her what happened, she was like, that's strange. That should not have happened. So from the implication that I'm getting is that he may have put it in the wrong way, that he meant to put it in as pending. I'm not sure. So she redirected me to the basically the HR like tech hotline to leave a message of what my problem is and that they would get back to me. My issue is I'm still currently waiting to hear back from the boutique. I could hear back tomorrow. I could hear back the end of this week. I could hear back next week. I could hear back a month from now. Or maybe I'm not in consideration at all. I'm still in the I don't know if I'm get it or not. And even if it's like a no, I would like to know now before I accept children's activities, and you know, like not even know if I had the opportunity or the chance to get this. So what we're going to end up doing, tomorrow's plan's changing a little bit. Tomorrow, Jared's going to go with me for moral support, which may be a good idea, especially if I end up hearing no. We're going to go to casting tomorrow morning, and we're going to explain to them the situation, and I pray to God that they will be able to at least tell us yes or no for the boutique, because in my opinion, at this point, it's been a week and a half. They should know if I'm going to get it. If I'm not going to get the boutique, then fine. But if I am going to get the boutique, like even if it's a yes, like I don't have to transfer tomorrow. I don't have to transfer next week or next month. I just would like to know so that way I can say no to this children's activities opportunity, because I would like to at least try the boutique before turning it away, because who knows if I'm even going to get this opportunity again. But children's activities will always be there, because I've heard of people going in and out of children's activities all the time, whereas the boutique is very, 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 very coveted. So we're going to go tomorrow, hopefully find out yes or no about the boutique, or at least have them make a note that says, hey, I'm still waiting to hear back. I still want this boutique opportunity. Don't look away just because I'm no longer on the list anymore, you know. And also maybe find out, maybe I did get children's activities. Hopefully I'll be able to get some sort of explanation. Unfortunately, it's really, really late at night, and I need to go take a shower and prep for tomorrow. I was really upset because I was going to make my friends chocolate muffins to bring them as a gift, so hopefully we will have time tomorrow before we go to casting and maybe go to Dunkin' Donuts and get some treats for them, or at least go to Publix and get them something. I really don't know. But this afternoon did not go according to plan. It went from I had all the time in the world to I running around like a chicken with her head cut off. So I'm going to go take a shower right now. I'm going to take some deep breaths, try to get some rest and relaxation. I'm going to take my Z-Quil because I have a feeling I'm going to have issues sleeping tonight. And we will see what happens tomorrow.